Good evening and blessings out there, Facebook. Hey, what's going on? It's your man, Rod Hickman, generational wealth builders where poverty ends with us. Listen, super excited to be here with you on this Thursday night. Listen, we have been on a world tour. And I'm just saying, man, it's been phenomenal the week that we've had, the last couple of weeks that we've had. Again, we've been in San Antonio, Texas. Again, and we're super excited about that, man. Got the chance to hear from Les Brown, hear from Dr. Egerich. If you all have not heard or read the book Love and Respect, every couple out there, every couple needs to go out there and read that book, Love and Respect. I promise you, you'll get some great value from it because basically that's where he basically stole the show. Again, Love Les Brown, had Waka Flocka there, had Jeremy Minor there at our Escape the Matrix conference. But if I'm just honest, Dr. Egerich, Emerson Egerich, stole the show because, again, he helped couples. He helped singles. Man, listen, go read his book, Love and Respect. I don't want to steal it from him. But either way, so I'm getting on tonight, folks, because we're getting back in the saddle again. I want to give a shout out to Sub Cooling, Heating and Air, with Mr. Corey Lemons. Again, he brought his whole team here to the generational headquarters here in the metropolitan city of Covington. He brought them here, man, and we just had a really, really good time learning about how we can actually save, grow, and make money. So again, we had a great time with them. Big shout out to them. All right, let me get on from what I'm talking about. So y'all know that I'm always on here telling you all about checking on your retirement. You have to check on your retirement because if you don't, the market is going to eat it up, right? Again, I don't plan on being on here long at all. I want to say 10 minutes, but I don't want to lie. But either way. So here's what I want you to understand. I don't just want y'all to take my word for it, but I want you to see what the market does, what other people who want to protect their retirement are doing because of the volatility of the market. Now, I'm just going to say this. If you don't think there's a recession, that we're already in a recession, then I really don't know what to tell you, fam. I just don't. Okay, I'm not being facetious, but I just don't know what to tell you because all the signs are there. But I want to share this article with you. And this article was one of our junior brokers on our affiliate brokers, Lady Eleanor Glover. Again, super proud of her and all the things she's doing out there. She shared this article with us, and I'm going to talk about it with you. So here's the article. Now, notice what it says. And this is on NASDAQ. Annuity sales to hit record in 2023. Annuity sales hit record. Now, notice what it says here. I want y'all to see the words for yourself. So I'm going to zoom it in a little bit. Annuity sales hit a new record high in 2023 at 360 billion with a B, which exceeded last year's record of 311 billion. And look at why people actually did it. Experts attributed this to a combination of anxiety about stocks and the economy paired with the high interest rate. That high interest rate is eating up your money. And y'all have heard me talking about inflation. We always talk about how inflation, think about it. The simple way to understand inflation is to understand it like this. And listen, y'all can hate me or whatever, but listen, if you go back 4 years ago, you could get the little Debbie cakes, 2 for $1, the little oatmeal cream pies. I used to get them in the morning when I used to be on my way driving to and fro. You can get them 2 for $1. Guess what? Now they're $1 a piece. That's inflation. Another example of inflation. If it took you back in the day to fill your tank up with $50 worth of gas, and if that $50 gave you 20 gallons of gas, if you now are paying more for those 20 gallons of gas, that's inflation, right? And I know you're paying more for them 20 gallons of gas because, again, you look at the prices, they're ridiculous, right? So, again, what you must understand, this is what they're talking about with these high interest rates. The inflation is consistently going up. So let's go down a little bit more. Now, notice what it says. Typically, and this is what money people do, annuity sales spike during periods of economic uncertainty. I want to ask you a question. Can we all agree that there's economic uncertainty right now? I hope you said yes, because if you said no, please, whatever you smoking on, let me have some. Don't hide that, divide it, baby. Please don't do that. But I want you all to understand that there's a reason why people are shifting to annuities, because basically what an annuity does, watch this. These annuities where you hand over a lump sum in exchange for an income stream that lasts you through your life. They're most effective because they hedge the longevity risk for clients, meaning that you don't lose your money. And that's why when we talk about the fixed index annuity, we're literally trying to help you get the understanding that, hey, man, you can put that money, like if you have a 401k or if you have a pot of money that you could just pull out and throw it into annuity, that money is just going to grow. And your future self is going to be smiling ear to ear. You're going to be like, oh, Lord, I thank you for this here money. Because guess what? If you do it fast enough and you allow compound interest to work on your behalf. Now, listen, compound interest is a beautiful thing. But one thing about compound interest is that you have to have time to go with it, right? So again, the longer it has to build, the more your money duplicates. Think about it like that. That's what you think your savings account should do. But the reason why your savings account in a bank doesn't grow is because of the low, because of the low interest rate that you're getting, because of a simple concept called the rule of 72. And the rule of 72 is an accounting model that basically says you take the amount of interest that you're getting on your money, you divide it by 72, and that tells you how many years it's going to take your money to double. That's what it tells you. And so if you're getting 1%, it's going to take about 72 years for your money to double. 2% about 36 years, 3 years and 24, and so on and so forth. You get where I'm going. So what happens is with the fixed index annuity, they've been paying out anywhere from 9 to about 14% rate of return over a 10-year period. So now your money is doubling consistently. Oh, folks. And here's the thing about it. And this is what I want you to know. And this is why we beg people for an opportunity to sit down with them so we can show them the goodness and the goodies. Because what happens is, folks, is this here. If you have a lump sum, that lump sum, if it's big enough, you don't have to add no more money to it. That money just going to grow on its own. It's just going to grow. I was talking with a gentleman today, and he was like, bro, I got to get with you. I don't know what to do. I was like, all right. I was like, what you got going on? He said, well, bro, I got about $60,000 in a 401k from a previous job. And I'm about to be 54 years old, bro. And I'm working 2 jobs now because, bro, I got some debt. So I really can't just overfund and stuff like this here. So I took that 60,000 and I showed them an illustration where we rolled that money over into a fixed index annuity. Now, do you not know at age 67, with him not adding no more money, listen to me, he ain't add no more money. By the time he turns 67, his first check will be about $20,000. Yeah. And then the next year is going to be more than that. Now you might be like, but I did $20,000. That's just a one-time $60,000 rollover. He's not adding no more money to it, folks. He's not adding any more money. So whereas with your 401k, you're consistently putting into it. And y'all have heard me talk about how Forbes said that the average American doesn't have $100,000 in their retirement account. The average American. And again, I'm not talking about the young folk. I'm talking about folk that's 40, 50 years old. Listen, I'm 49, just got here. But I can tell you, I'm looking right now at 50. Like my wife tell you every time, I'm like, man, I'll be 50 next year. Good God Almighty. And I'm as I get older, I think more about retirement now than, of course, I did when I was a jitterbug, when I was out there in the mean streets, right? And so I'm just getting this on here to tell you all tonight Look at your 401k. Listen, I say this all the time. No one is responsible for your retirement except you. If you aren't prepared for retirement, when you had access to information, when you had access to products and services, when you get older and you can't retire, you can't be mad at nobody but the man or the woman in the mirror, right? There is still time. I don't care if you're older. If you're 59 and a half or older, guess what? You can roll your 401k over. And whatever that money is, we can then see where you can go with. We can help just about anyone. We can help you create a strategy to make sure that you can retire with dignity and honor, and that you don't have to go into poverty. This is the last thing I'll say, and I'm through. Want y'all to understand something. Inflation continues to go up year over year. Year over year is normally about 3%, but since, we've been in this pandemic and all of that, that number now has increased, right? But here's what you got to understand. And I hope you heard what I said. I hope you've heard my heart. But here's what I need you to understand. $100,000 today will not be $100,000 10 years from now. I'm going to say that one again. $100,000 today will not have the same purchasing power 10 years from now. So that's why you got to put your money in a vehicle where it grows exponentially. You've got to have your money in a vehicle where it's growing exponentially. And watch this. Not only when you retire and stop working, you still need your money working for you. And that's what annuities do. Your 401k is a pot of money. So if you got $300,000, $500,000, let's just say, once that $500,000 is gone, it's gone. And God forbid if you still have it in the market, because the market gonna eat that money up while it's there. An annuity is protected. Listen to me, folks. Listen to me now. Think of it like this. When your money is in the variable market, it has peaks and valleys. It goes up and it goes down. And guess what? It does not have what they call a floor. So you can lose a portion or all of your money. Real talk now. Keep it 100. But guess what? With a fixed index annuity, when the market goes down, you don't lose a thing. Somebody tap your neighbor and say, he really said I ain't going to lose a thing. Yeah. Go on, tap. So that's why we're on here preaching and begging people to schedule a consultation with us. We want to make sure that you can retire comfortably. We've lost the essence of retirement. People are now working well into their 60s. And now we got politicians talking about we need to move the number up to age 70. And here's the, oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm going to let it go. Y'all might want to clock out because it's going to get kind of rough right here. This is what I don't understand. Politicians are mismanaging our money. They're taking the Social Security out of our checks, which is supposed to be for your future self, where they give you money for paying into the Social Security. But now they're telling you that they can't do it. First of all, what they're giving you is peanuts, right? But how much money did we just send overseas? Don't get me started. But y'all know I'm going to keep it 100, though. You cannot like me. You can unfollow me. I really don't. It don't matter because I'm going to tell you the truth. The problem is we don't want to hear the truth. We don't want to speak the truth because it's like, oh, I don't want to offend nobody. Well, I'm offended that we have Americans that have put in their due, that have worked 30, 40, 50 years, given to this country, given to this economy, and are now living in poverty with peanuts for Social Security. And you got some chicken lip politician that's making $150,000 a year, got $170,000 a year, unless they done gave himself another raise, and they got the best of everything and they ain't did nothing for this country. That's the reality of it. So the reason why generational wealth builders is here because we want the little guy to win. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of just seeing certain sects of people retire. Don't you want to go to the golf course? Even if you can't play golf, go to the golf course. Don't you want to travel the road? Yeah, you want to travel the road. Don't you want to get an RV and ride up and down the road? Yes, you want to do. You want to do those things. But right now, because you're uncertain about your retirement, you can't even think on those things. But that's where generational wealth builders can help, because we can help give you that satisfaction. We can help put together a retirement plan that's going to make sure that you are able to enjoy your retirement. That's what we do. That's what we do. And it's not going to cost you no whole arm and a leg. But watch this, because with our products, there aren't a whole bunch of fees. We ain't even talked about that. But I feel like telling everything now. This confessional, y'all. Father, forgive me. It's been such and such day. Either way, I want y'all to understand that. I want y'all to understand you can retire wealthy. You can retire and be comfortable, not have to go back to work. But let me tell you, if you don't do anything, it won't work. It will not happen by osmosis. But it's free money. It's not free money. It's a tax break for your corporation. They get the tax break. You pay the taxes on the back end. How's that free money? Come on, folks. Come on. But would they do that to us? Yup. Because it was never designed to be your primary means of retirement. Last thing, and I know I said that a minute ago, whatever, sue me. Here's what I can tell you. If you think about it, Paul and them, they will work for a company. Let's go back to it. Henry Ford started a agreement. Said, look, if you work for me for 30 years, what we'll do, we'll give you a check for the rest of your life. We'll give you a pension. They did not have to pay until their retirement back then. They got a check for the rest of their life. And guess what? It was all good. Because what happened was folk were working, folk were making money. The folk would get some money, but guess what? Folk wasn't living that long. So here's where the problem came in. Folks started living longer. And so now those pensions had to stretch even farther. And that's when they was like, oh, snap. We got to go to Congress. We got to get Congress to bail us out. Guess what? We got to brand out a new idea. Why don't we take some of the retirement responsibility off? Why don't we take that off of the company and put it right into the pockets of the employee? And that's where the 401k was born. That's where it was born. That's when companies start doing away with the pensions. Even though a pension really, especially if it's not giving you a cost of living increase, it really ain't worth nothing. But you didn't have to pay anything for it. And then in those days and time, inflation was not where it is right now. So now with inflation being where it being, you've got to make sure you got some bread, baby. You got to make sure you got some bread. You have to. Because if you don't, you're going to be in poverty. And as I always say, we always look at our future self and think we'll be in the same shape that we're in right now. What if your health won't allow you to get up and work? What you going to do? That's my job. My job is to make sure that you're prepared no matter what. That if you're well and you're in great health, which we pray, good. Your money's good. Your money go long. You can enjoy your retirement. But what if? This is with our life insurance policies. Again, your life insurance policy is designed to make sure that your life is protected. I got insurance on the job. We'll leave the job and see what happens. That insurance policy is not going with you. There's less than 2% of employers where your life insurance stays with you after you leave that job. And so guess what? Then you're 60, 60 years old, and now you want to try to get a life insurance policy. And guess what? Now it's going to cost you. And when it costs you, you're going to be like, but I'm on a budget, so I can't spend that much. So guess what you're going to do? You're going to get diminished coverage. When, if you just would have, again, sat down with somebody that can help you plan out your future, I could have shown you how you could get a permanent policy that you're paying on that's building you cash value that you could use as a supplemental retirement income that's, watch this, tax-free. But again, that's a whole nother video. Plus, making sure you have insurance that would operate as healthcare supplement. So God forbid you have a heart attack, stroke, cancer, dialysis, whatever the case may be, you can get up to 80% of your death benefit while you're still alive. That's what we do here, generational wealth builders. And that's why our customers and our clients, should I say, excuse me, our family members are growing. Because again, once you become a generational wealth builder client, your family, because we're locked together for life. As long as your policy is active, we're locked together for life. Because in the worst time of your life, that's when we come through. Exactly right. God forbid if something happened, again, if it's a death or something like that, we're coming through. And when we come, we bring that ray of sunshine. We can't replace the individual, but we can sure help you with your money problems. That's our guarantee. So you're family. You're no longer just like a number. You're family. And so it's imperative that you have somebody that's willing to watch out over you, to watch over your back when you can't do it yourself. All right. Well, listen, that's my time. 20 minutes. Getting ready to get out of here. We love you. Again, super excited for our growth. Super excited. We got some more great news coming down the pike. We're charting into a new territory, but more, you'll find out more about that as we go on. But again, I'm Rod Hickman. Y'all know I love you all. I pray that you would listen to what was being said. I know I go on, but here's the thing. And I make no excuse about this. The problem is a lot of the time people will get on the internet and they'll say something in 2-3 minutes, and they expect you to grasp all of the nuts and bolts in 2-3 minutes. The reason why I don't do those little short joints is because I want you to be able to understand the overall concept. I want you to be able to say, yeah, I understand, man. He talked a whole lot, but I understood. And again, I can just tell you that's from my family. I get that from my family. I get it on it. All of us Hickmans, we talk. That's what we do. But again, at least I'm saying something. So either way, may the Lord bless you. Each one of you. Again, that is our prayer. Again, take some time, book a consultation with us. We would love to help you, love to help your family, love to help you really be able to be prepared for retirement. Well, listen, that's my time. You all have a good night. May the Lord bless you. Take care. God bless.